Hi. Hello. Hi. My name is Kendall. And, I'm an emotional neurotic mess, but that's why you love me. I'm not in a recording studio. I'm in our downstairs bedroom. And hi. So, okay. So, I did a song yesterday. It's funny because, like, if you watched me on my live yesterday, I was just basically complaining about how it wasn't perfect, and it's still not perfect, but I think considering a lot of little things, I feel like it's as perfect as it's gonna be. So, thank you for everyone that has enjoyed it. It was just something well, anyway, I'm preluding that. I was just on Twitter, and I've gotten a lot of comments on that video very, very quickly. I think because it kind of came out of nowhere, and so people were like, what's going on? Which cracked me up when I uploaded it yesterday at like 1 a.m. I was like, do I want to wait till... Nope. Just hit people when they're already in their feelings at like a Friday night at 1 in the... Or technically a Saturday morning at 1 in the morning. Like, it sounds like a time. So anyway, posted it, and because of that, I just got a myriad of questions, so I wanted to answer a few of them here, and also because honestly I don't really share a whole lot of my things that I do artistically on my channel, even though it's a makeup channel, but I really don't do much makeup that's really that involved anymore. Back when I was in high school, I was that weirdo, but I'm not really her anymore. But wanted to answer some questions, and also hopefully kind of talk about some things that I kind of talked about yesterday. I was like, I love having little like Easter eggs in music, and so I wanted to talk about them because only one person noticed one of them. Not Easter eggs so much, but like imagery, and I was happy that somebody noticed it. Well, I just said that like I write music, like I make music regularly. I don't. That's actually the first song I ever made. But as far as like sitting there thinking about music, thinking about what music speaks to me, blah, blah, blah. Would you prefer me to do like an explicit video? Because I was considering, to be honest with you, I didn't want to make it into a thing, if that makes sense. Like, I just wanted to sneak that up there, and then the next video, back to swatching lipsticks. I'm not even going to acknowledge that, because that's the type of person I am. But there is a lot. I feel like if I really talked more about like kind of not even like what happened when I was like, I'm gonna make a song, because I don't do that. I don't ever do anything. Like, my life is me fumbling in the dark and finding cool things at the end of the road. This song is no exception. Anyway, so I did see someone go on my channel. If you have no idea by the way, go on my channel if you have no idea what I'm talking about. I made a song. I wrote a song. I sung a song. Shout outs to, my choir teacher in high school. I was so mad when she made me a second soprano, but because I'm a second soprano, I know the hardest parts of every song. So now if I have to do a harmony, I can do it on my own. I remember I did a song with Iris, like we were doing something and we needed to have a 2-part harmony, and I was like, I'll do second soprano because it's funky. And she was like, well, what is it? And then I sung it and she was like, oh no, you can keep that. I don't know. I was like, yeah. It's a funky, way to get a chord in. But anyway, so I did see someone go on my channel. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I made a song. I wrote a song. I sung a song. Shout outs to my choir teacher in high school. I was so mad when she made me a second soprano, but because I'm a second soprano, I know the hardest parts of every song. So now if I have to do a harmony, I can do it on my own. I remember I did a song with Iris, like we were doing something, and we needed to have a 2-part harmony, and I was like, I'll do second soprano because it's funky. And she was like, well, what is it? And then I sung it and she was like, oh no, you can keep that. I don't know. I was like, yeah. It's a funky, way to get a chord in. But anyway, So let's talk about why the song exists. So I've talked about this before on a live stream. If y'all have been around for a long time, y'all might remember me having a breakdown on live streams. Because I don't know what it is, but I have a very weird, every like few months I get hit with this weird, I call it creative attacks, but low-key it's a mild panic attack that I get maybe once every 3 months or so that pushes me to create something. It's fun afterwards. In the moment, awful. They're horrible. It's not fun. But I will say I've made some of my best work when I've had a mild manic episode, probably. So what happens is it's not really an issue because it never affects any major part of my life at all. It comes like once every 3 months, and then it's like, make something. You need to make something. Usually what happens is I end up painting something or just writing my thoughts. I've made poetry. If you go through my Instagram, you'll see like random Korean poems out of nowhere, probably in a creative attack. So I had one of those on Valentine's Day. Had nothing to do with Valentine's Day, but I just happened to have one in the middle of the day. And I was like, okay, let's make a song. Because why not? So I was perusing through, what is that called? Like on YouTube, people make, they make their beats, they make their backgrounds or whatever. And I'm just perusing through them, and I happened to find what I used as the instrumental. It was made in 12 hours. 12 hours. So, sorry, my brain is great. This is kind of like my attention span when I'm coming off a creative high. It's kind of like, it's not there. So basically, I found the song. I was like, oh, okay. And it wrote itself. Became a little more honest than I'm comfortable with now that I'm like settled. I'm like, wow, I didn't need y'all to be all up in my conscience like that. That's like kind of annoying. But yeah. So I guess what do I don't know what I'm doing right now. Do you guys have any questions? Because I want to like talk about yeah, the song wrote me. I didn't really say like, I'm gonna sit down and write a song. It was like, I'm so uncomfortable right now. Like what happens, it's like when, I don't even know how to explain it, but if I'm having like a creativity attack, it feels like my chest. It feels like something's on my chest. I had one on live stream once. And it was so bad because I had been trying to cry for days leading up to that live stream, and it just I was just like, this is not cute. It's not cute. It's not fun. This is not, like, I don't really enjoy y'all being all up in my vulnerability right now. Like, I really don't. Anywho, actually, the one that triggered that one was serendipity. Usually, that's something that triggers it a lot. It's like, I'll just be listening to a song that, like, hits me in the heart, and then I get mad. Because I'm like, I want to make this. I feel like I have everything in me, but for whatever reason, I just don't. Anyway. So, So there's that. Anyway, but somebody did notice something which made me really, really happy. Well, actually, let me answer some questions really quick, because people were like, are you gonna put it on like a streaming service? No, because why? Because I legally can't. So I don't own the instrumental. That's the simple answer to that question. So I don't have any way to legally distribute it out for pay. Like, you can download it for free if you want to. You can listen to it for free if you want to. It's on SoundCloud, but I can't put it on something to download, like on Spotify or Apple Music. So, not because I didn't try. The dude just didn't answer my email. So I was like, okay, well, I'll put it out anyway. It's fine, and it'll, without ads or whatever, and you guys can listen to it. Cause it's not supposed to be honestly, it's a panic attack to music. Like, I don't need to monetize that. So, there it is. Anyway, right. So, how that kind of works is that you buy the instrumental, like you buy the rights to it. Yeah, he hasn't answered my email. It's not like I didn't try. He just didn't answer the email. And I was like, okay, well, I'm having this panic attack now. So anywho, but I did want to talk a bit about, lyric wise, because somebody noticed imagery, and I'm such a nerd. I was so happy that somebody noticed it. So this person was like, blah blah blah. This encapsulates such a dreamy feeling, almost like you're underwater, but resurface every time you get to the chorus. And I was like, yes, you noticed my plan. You noticed the imagery. I could cry. That was the first person that was like, is it me, or does it sound like she's resurfacing for... Yes! I did that on purpose! There's a part, so I don't really want to play it if you haven't heard it yet, because it's a song that I feel like you really need to not listen through a computer, through a phone to you. So the first half of the lyrics are basically about being overly infatuated with someone because you've kind of painted a picture of what type of person they should be, and didn't realize that you were getting attached to this thing that really doesn't exist. It's like what your image of them, but not actually who they are. Halfway, the beginning of the, like, I guess the second verse or whatever, or the second half of the first verse, there's two lines that I purposely made really, really quiet. And I think some people were like, it's so quiet, I can't hear it. I did it on purpose. And then the lines after that are louder. So the two lines are, tell me I'm too complicated, tell me I'm infatuated. Those two are really, really low. Because it's like, I wanted it to feel like you're underwater and all this information is kind of like weighing down on you. And then the realization is the line afterwards. So tell me I don't know what love is. And it's like, do I know what love is? I don't know. Or is it just some false image that I'm making up in my mind? And then pre-chorus, chorus, second chorus, was again playing with like water imagery. I wanted it to be like in the middle, like not quite to the surface, but not quite to the bottom, where it's like, wow, all these conversations that we had before, this makes sense, you know, when you said, why are you giving so much, and also expecting that back from me. Also kind of this idea that giving all your love intrinsically solves all the problems that you have with a person, and that thought in and of itself is a little bit self-righteous. So I thought that, again, making it a little lighter, making it more towards the surface, makes it into more of like a realization, right? Towards the end, everything is I'm gonna say to Jen Finn, just no, I can definitely see how that correlates, especially with considering the low register is very low, and I just like that. There's nothing. It ended up working inadvertently in the whole water analogy. Like it sounds like you're deep in the water, rising to the surface. It is on YouTube, my channel, Kennie JD. It's the last video. A lot of people skipped it and came back to it and was like, what is this? That's what it is. The bridge, I suppose, I guess I called it, is the loudest, the highest, the closest to the surface, i.e. where realization is met. And kind of like the ultimate embarrassment of it all is like, I'm so exposed, right? And then the last two lines is, from this day we make a promise, you and I will stay this honest. Can I make a trap remix? Damn right you can, Iris! Those two lines are supposed to be just kind of the resolution. Like, we don't know if these people will stay together. We don't really know if they'll break up, but it's kind of like, at least we can have this expectation that we will always be as honest as possible about how we feel. So that was it. Playing with the water imagery, making it kind of a metaphor for realization and being in the dark and coming to the light. High notes, light, dark, like deeper, darker, farther away, playing with depth. That's where I was coming from. So, I'm really happy that somebody noticed that. I was like, oh my God, yes, somebody got it. Oh, it worked. And it's so interesting to use the word imagery. But yeah, I was happy. And considering it's my first thing, I feel like it's not bad. I feel like audio quality wise, it could be better. But yeah, as far as like logistics, how I went about it, it's nothing but, the phone that I'm talking to you right now is the mic that I used. If going forward, if I make anything else, if and when I make anything else, I want to have an actual mic. But like I said, this hit me on a panic attack, so it's not like I could plan ahead, because the idea of waiting 2 days for shipping was just like not gonna happen. Like, it just wasn't. So yeah, so that's what happened. But if I make it in the future, I wanted, as far as arrangements, layering, yada yada, I guess mixing. I don't know if I would call that mixing, considering I didn't have anything to do with the actual, like, the production, quote unquote, of the instrumental is completely, like, I produced in no way any of the instrumental. It's just fuck around and pull a Joji. That makes me so happy, because he is honestly one of the weirdest people ever. Just weird, and then come in with this music that comes kind of out of nowhere. I mean, it's fine. But yeah, and then just kind of layered everything in GarageBand. Like I said, I was in the middle of like a mild panic attack, so like I was live tweeting the editing of it. So I was like, hey, you want to hear some? And I never realized it. I think I knew subconsciously, but I never realized how embarrassed I am by wanting to make music? Because I feel like, doesn't everybody? Everyone, oh, you're a rapper now. Okay. Oh, you make music. Oh, okay. You got a mixtape. Okay, sure. But especially because I feel like kind of like imposter syndrome, because I have no desire to be a musician. I just get in these modes where I'm just like, I want to make music. I don't know why. It's just here. I just want to make something. So, anyway, with that said, if you like it, thank you. I really appreciate it, so that my panic attack wasn't for no reason. It created something cute. And then also I'm toggling with the idea of like, when I do get said mic, do I want to make like the more higher quality version of it? And honestly, I don't think I will, for a myriad of reasons, but just like, I want to keep it this pure imperfectness. Like, it's just how it is. So, happy birthday. And also, for the last like maybe another 12 hours, people have just been sending me like little videos of them listening to it while they do things, and I'm just like, oh my god. I don't know why that just feels so... I've always felt that way though, when people send me like little videos of like, oh, I'm watching your video, like whatever the video is. I just, it makes it more real to me, because sometimes you just be sitting there making videos and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm talking to myself again. Like, but when someone's like, yeah, I'm watching it. My kids, my little baby, somebody sent me a picture of their twin children, twin like maybe 9-10 month olds, watching my video, and it was just the most adorable thing ever. He heard my voice and he was like, oh my god. I was like, oh. So stuff like that really does, I notice stuff like that. So but you see, like I just said, I made a song on a panic attack. Why would I have no desire to be a musician. So you're basically saying to me, the only way I can make money and make a song is to be constantly in the state of complete and utter anxiety. Not really my thing. But, you know, once every 6 months, if I get hit with one, hey, here you go, here's a song. I know. Like, I did not cry. I had thug tears, like it rimmed my eyes, but nothing fell. That's it. But do I like the song? I do. I feel like I'm gonna be very annoyed with it though, because my mom has been playing it, which is a weird phenomenon. Cause, let's do a little backstory. Love my mom to pieces, but she's not really a big, how do I put this? Nobody in my family, I was gonna just blame my mom, don't want to blame just her. Nobody in my family is particularly, mild in language. So, while recording, actually, no, this wasn't even my mom, this was my sister. My sister came downstairs, she was like, we're trying to sleep. I'm like, you're gonna shut your mouth. I'm like, shut your mouth. I'm already on a high right now. And so she was like, okay, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm making a song. And then my sister's like, interesting. And she just walked away. And I was like, oh. And now she's been playing my song, and now I'm getting kind of sick of it. It's been 12 hours. Also, you gotta remember, like, in the process of making a song, you end up hearing it a million times. So, yeah, it's been interesting. My one cousin that got mad at me because I didn't share his trash music for the... Sorry, that was a moan of honesty that I didn't mean to come out. Oh my god. I didn't realize that I came out of my mouth until it was too late. My sister called him and she was like, hey, did you listen to Kendall's song? He was like, nah, because she hoed me and she didn't play my music. I'm like, it's okay. Oh, God. I mean, if you want to check out his music, I don't care. All I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be the person that was like, yeah, check this out. And I'm like, I don't want... like, I don't want this to be associated with me. Like, I don't. Like, it's not good. I'm sorry. That's the truth. He texts me like, will you share my music and we should do a collab? I'm like, what? Like, I'm a beauty channel, one. Second, what? But no. Not a collab. I'm like, nah, fam. That's not me. But no, the last like 24 hours have been hilarious because somebody was like, you should do a collab with Dean. I'm like, that nigga don't do his own music, let alone waiting for my collab with Dean, like a skull in a hoodie, just like, you know. I was in choir. And I'm so happy I was. Like, when I think about stuff like this, I'm like he don't make his own albums. I expect what? I'm trying to get him to do I'm gonna get him to do an instrumental. It don't matter how dope it is. Also, I've said some stuff about him out of love, but I don't know how he would take it if we ever met in person. Like, I said it like about how he always looked homeless when he had but in fairness, I get it, you know. And now he walking around with powder on his face. That's not his fault though. That's his makeup artist. And sweetie, that's rule number 1. You don't use HD powders on flash photography. Like, that ain't even his fault. That's like basic makeup 101. You don't use SPF and you don't use HD powders. You don't use your Makeup Forever HD powder. I'm like, what is this? I mean, like, it's like, yeah, I loved your album in 2016. Hear me out. He has not had a mini album. He's never had a full album. The last body of work that we had was in 2016. And his scalp do look like it kind of smell like mildew. Iris was also adorable. So let's talk about, again, because the song was made on a panic attack, I didn't tell my friends like, hey, I'm going to release a song. I didn't tell really anybody except for people that were immediately on Twitter because that's where I spew my thoughts. So Iris texts me, and there's just this flood of text messages. She was like, "So I was on YouTube, and then I got recommended a song from some chick named Kenny, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I think Kendall would find this interesting because it's like somebody with her name, and then I realized it was you." She was like, "What was this?" She was like, "It's good though. I was just confused." And I was like, "I know, yeah, that's the story of my life." Like, and then Tammy texted me. She was like, okay. I'm not mad at it. I'm just kind of confused. Like, where did this come from? I'm like, I don't know. I was like, huh? That was funny. No, but it was fun. And so, maybe if another panic attack hits me before fall of this year, we'll have mega one. Just be like, yeah, here's a mixtape. In fairness, given the projection of the music that I feel like I would actually make when I really think about it, don't think I should call it Kimchi and Kool-Aid. I don't think it would fit. Even, like, I don't think it would fit the mood. You know what I mean? Michael. I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. You should just get a mic just in case you need it and like store it away. I was thinking about getting that one. I don't even know. That's another thing. Like I said, I like music. I'm not a musician. So like, I don't know how things work. I just make stuff off of pure adrenaline. So, were you in choir for 1 year or multiple? I was in choir for all 4 years of my high school career. Rich Ken featuring Kenny, and it's both of you. Oh, right. That's supposed to be my rap name. That's my rap persona, Rich Ken. That's my name on something, but I forget which. I think it's my PSN name. Is it? My PlayStation Network name is Rich Ken something. Don't add me. I'm not going to play with you. Sorry. Like, the only person I have on there is my friend Ashley from high school, and I don't play with her. I just have her on there. It was funny. No. But if we're talking like collaborations, if I'm like living in this fantasy world where for whatever reason I'm making music, I would love to work with Joji, because Joji just makes really dope music. Dean, Rad Museum, off on off. Basically everyone that Dean ever works with, apparently. Her. DPR. Yeah, DPR. Who else? Kingdom Hearts is great. The story is a little confusing, and I know a lot of people are like, you just don't get it because you have to piece all these pieces together. I was like, if it's that hard to understand the story, it's not a good story. But that's okay, because that's not why I play Kingdom Hearts. Like, it's really not why I play Kingdom Hearts. I play Kingdom Hearts to beat the game, to let go of some aggression, and to be like, oh my god, Mickey. Yo, when spoiler alert, when Donald passed out, I almost started crying. I was like, oh my god, no, Donald! Because Donald are the only real nigga. Donald and Goofy, the only two real niggas in that game. The rest of them mad annoying. Uttara? Fuck the chains. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm not a chain smoker person. So no. Or like, oh my god, it's Winnie the Pooh. Oh god. Okay, okay, wait, no, I really don't want to see Christian Yu in person. Well, I've seen him in person, but you know what I mean, like, face to face. I remember I was talking to somebody. I was talking to Dre. I was talking to, what's his YouTube name? The YouTuber. When I was at KCON, and he was talking a bit about, you know, because he did like a documentary with DPR or whatever, and he was kind of talking loosely about that. And he was like, Christian Yu is like, Iris, hear me out. He said verbatim, Christian Yu is like a fuckboy, but with like a heart of gold. And I was like, did you just quote my love language? Stop making this harder for me. Like, I know that we will never be, and don't say stuff like that to be like, yeah, he's just like a really cool dude. And I'm like, verbatim, Iris. I was like, I need to leave this conversation. Because like, I don't want to have emotions towards somebody that I've literally never met. And I'm just like, but if I did ever make a music video, he'd be really good to film it, right? I don't have any money. Well, not money for that. Again, you don't invest that type of thousands of dollars into creating some artwork without feeling as though you're a musician. I'll be a musician to get a video. Anyway. Anyway. No. No. Oh my god, I hate McDonald's so much. I hate delivery McDonald's because them niggas at this point, when they don't have your order, they just say screw it and just give you whatever. Because I ordered 2 apple pies, McNuggets, fries, fish something, and a Big Mac for the fam. Here comes the food. I get 3 fries, 4 drinks. I didn't order a single drink. No apple pies, no Big Mac, just missing a bunch of stuff, but they gave me a bunch of other crap. And I'm like, why do you ask for my order? Like, why do you ask for my order if you're just going to give me whatever somebody else didn't pick up? Like, why do you even ask me what I want if you're not going to give me what I wanted? Like, my delivery service is awful at all times because everything around here is awful. At this point, like the last the last week and a half or so, I got lazy and I didn't feel like washing dishes. If I don't wash dishes, I don't cook. And if I don't cook, I don't eat things that have like vegetables in it. So partially why I'm super bloated, partially why I probably gained like 12 pounds, because if I look at food, I gain weight, as opposed to like the losing of weight. I'm like, oh, I lost 12 pounds. It took 3 years, but like I lost it. Oh, I gained 15. It took literally 3 weeks. And it's just really frustrating. So that's where I'm at. And DoorDash can eat my ass, because also they have the nerve to put hella ads on my videos. I noticed that. Every time somebody comments like, I got an ad for DoorDash, I'm like, you niggas you play too much. You think you're funny, because you're not. You're not. You think you're cute. You think you're swell. You think you're humorous. You're not. And I can't wait. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get famous just to be petty enough to say, everybody boycott DoorDash. And like, you know what? Use my influence for good and petty reasons. Not to stop wars and all that stuff. No. I'm going to do it to say, screw DoorDash and everybody from them again. So frustrating. Priorities. Oh. But I haven't gone to the gym too. That's part of the problem. I just sit there. Pull the money. Speaking of squishy faces, I told y'all about this girl that I started following for makeup or whatever, and she has the softest looking face, and now I still don't remember what her name is. Let me go on my feed and see if I can find her so I can show y'all, because I'm like, oh my god, her face. I don't know why I think that way. I'm just like, oh my god, her face. It's so soft. It looks so soft. Oh, well, never mind. I guess I don't know where she is on my feed now. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna be scrolling for a hot minute. Okay. All right. Why everybody? It's situations like this where I'm like, maybe I should get a tan, because everybody that got a tan looks so fit. Like, look at, or people with naturally, like, really deep chocolatey skin, why their thighs always look so good. Have y'all ever noticed that? Like, dark-skinned girls be having thighs that look like they glisten, like you could cook bacon on them. Like, what's that about? Like, I want some of that. Like, I want my ass to look like you can fry an egg on it. That sounds amazing. Look at this. Like, rude. Oh, I need to unfollow Melaningram though, because they be making me feel bad about myself. Everybody got like, are hella ripped. They're not even like kind of fit. Like, her ass is spectacular. Why my ass don't do that? Like, I don't know. I should start making like troll pictures. Be like, oh yeah. No, I've known people in person that have asses like that. And I'm just like, unfair. Just so unfair. And then you would think that, like, watching people on Instagram always working out makes you want to work out. It doesn't. It just makes me feel like shit. I realized that. I was like, yeah, I'm going to follow these fit spell people because it's going to make me want to work out. No, it just makes me feel bad for eating this nugget as I watch you, like, get your gains. And I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, no. Damn you, Kit Kat. They're always making stuff I want to eat. Oh yeah, my ass is deplorable. Like, you know what? It's funny you say that. I did not buy any post-Valentine's Day chocolates, but my dad bought a bunch of like post-Valentine's Day ice cream. So that did the job. Wow, I really can't find her. I'm looking for the squishy face lady. She's so cute. I'm like, oh my god. And she has the tiniest chin. Her face looks actually like an egg. It's like the most adorable thing ever. What is with everybody in this Kit Kat shadow thing? Like, who cares? Like, sorry, not to be rude, but like, I find it interesting. People are like, oh my god, the Kit Kat thing. I'm like, okay. Alright. I was talking to a friend today. I was like, maybe I should do Weight Watchers. Because I do find that I have I am a person that needs a tangible incentive. If you know what I mean. And the idea of having Weight Watchers is like, it's kind of like a class. I love having a class. Because that means I have a set amount of assignments, quote unquote, to keep until the next class. I feel like weight loss has been like this lifelong like assignment, but nobody gave me any like guidelines. Actually, not even that. People gave me a guideline, but they all like contradict you. It's like somebody gave you like a syllabus or whatever, but they purposely give you things that don't make sense with the last thing you learned. If that makes sense, it's like, hey, cut out all carbs. No. Eat a high carb diet. Go vegan. No, go straight up carnivore keto. Oh, eat more grains. Don't eat them. They inflame your stomach. Do Whole30 where you just essentially eat nothing but meat and nuts for 30 days. No, don't eat it. It doesn't matter what you eat. It's how much you eat. How many calories. And then it's like, no, that doesn't matter either. It depends on like how high your insulin retention, whatever, or whatnot is. And at this point, I'm just like, give me the thing. Give me the point by point. We'll do like our lecture session, our little mini discussion section. No, I can't go to the nutritionist. You want to know why I can't go to the nutritionist? Because I've been scarred. You want to know the story of my nutritionist that I went to when I was in college? I don't want to say this because I'm going to sound like a rude bitch, but I'm mad. So I went to a nutritionist beginning of senior year of college because I had gained about 10 pounds in a month. And to me, that seemed weirdly fast. So I went to a nutritionist, tried to get some blood work, see if something's wrong with my thyroid or something. I didn't know. I was like, what's going on? She's like, no, there's nothing wrong. That sounds about right. You would have gained about 10 pounds. I was like, what? And she was like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to eat 1,400 calories. And yeah, that's what you're going to eat. Now, let me tell you guys why that does not make sense. Let me tell you why that does not make sense. I am 6 foot tall woman. 6 foot tall thickums. She said to me, eat at most 1,500 calories to lose weight. And I sat there and I was like, and I said to her, that doesn't make sense as far as math. That's what I meant. I was like, it doesn't make sense. And she was like, yeah, because your BMR is about 2,000 calories and we're going to take 500 off of that. And I was like, my BMR, basal metabolic rate, which if you don't know what that means, is basically how many calories my body needs to survive. Not my BMI. My BMR is 2,000 calories. For my organs to work, I need 2,000 calories. This woman said, yeah, we're going to take 500 off of that. And I said, what? And she was like, yeah, 1,500 calories. And I was like, and not to mention not being shady, but she was not thin. So I was like, you're a nutritionist. You built your whole career off of this. Say, oh yeah, this is definitely how you're supposed to lose weight. And she's like arguing with me about, I was like, that does not make sense. Because, like, it doesn't make sense for my height. It doesn't make sense for my weight. It doesn't make sense for anything. Like, that does not make sense. Especially because I was an active student. I was walking to class. It wasn't like I was just sitting down all day. I was walking by the end of the day, I ended up walking like 3 miles minimum. And I'm like arguing with, and she's like, yeah, every day you're supposed to have half a cup of starches. I'm like, half a cup? My nigga, that's like half a potato, like, I'm like, I'm damn near a foot taller than you. And she's saying, yeah, eat the same amount. To put it better, like, so that's why I'm scarred by nutritionists, honestly. Because I feel like, do you know what you're talking about? Because, like, she was like, a half a cup of starches. Basically, she broke down what my diet, quote unquote, should look like. And it was essentially eat nothing but water-dense vegetables and, like this much meat. At that point, I was like, just say don't eat. Like, that would be easier to me. I was like, okay, so basically what you're saying is just don't eat for like a week, which is fine. I'd rather you say that than just torment me with this, like, yeah, make sure you eat this much meat. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'd rather just... It doesn't make sense. And also, I'm a black and white person, and I'm in like, a lot of ways. Low-key a little crazy. At this point, I've just accepted it. Alright, I was talking to Kyrie. He was like, yeah. But in fairness, I knew that because we're friends. All my friends are a little not all there. And I was like, thank you. I feel so accepted. He was like, that wasn't a compliment. I was like, thank you. I feel so accepted. And basically, I'm just like, in fairness, like, if you're completely normal, you're probably really boring. You probably don't think much about things. You probably don't have, like, a really cool insight on anything. And I was like, yeah, so this makes me feel better about my, my neuroticism. It's cool. You signed up for this. Like, this is what you got. This is what you signed up for. The only thing I feel like it's a problem is, like, just don't take your neuroticism out on other people. And I've effectively not done. I hope I haven't done. I still got friends, so they still want to be around me, so it's cool. But, you know, I'm on the broke diet. I've done that too. It wasn't really broke diet. It was more like lazy diet. It's like I didn't want to leave my house. This was before delivery people started. Delivery is the devil, my God. But the dishes are, for once, clean. But I don't have any groceries because we haven't gone to the grocery store in a hot minute. So I need to buy my veggies, make my little green smoothies. I like them. I was saying that really, like, angrily for some reason. I actually do like them. Indomie noodles are that ish, man. Do you want to know a fun way to get fat? Here you go. Hear me out. Fried chicken, particularly from Popeyes. A very specific, spicy. Don't play around with that mild stuff. Spicy fried chicken. Indomie mi goreng. Together. You are welcome. Similarly, if you like, what is that called? Another fun way to get fat is like the copious amounts of sushi. Have I ever had Popeye? Yes. Korean Popeyes is on a new level, but it's not the same though. So if you eat Popeyes in the United States, you're like, oh, it's not the same. It's different. Like there was like a curry, like a honey curry Popeyes thing. It was like a special. I don't know if it might have been limited edition. Delicious. Amazing. So good. Churches is hit or miss. Sometimes if you go to this churches, it'd be just mad greasy. And it makes you feel like you're just like clugging back some Crisco. It's just, but if you catch it on a good day where it's like not super greasy, it's good. It can be a good day. I like their mashed potatoes too. Might be going to Korea at the end of this year. Any advice? Have fun. Stay safe. Don't try to spend most of your money through cash so you don't spend as much of it. I learned that the hard way. When I don't have cash in Korea and I'm just like, yeah, use my card. Woo! There was just so much money that I was just like, oh yeah, use my card. Take like an amount of cash with you. What is that? Convert it when you first get there. They have like a money transferring thing at the airport. And let that be the majority of the money that you spend on the trip, because girl. Popeye's biscuits are a hit or miss too, because if they're not warm, they kind of feel like a hockey puck. I don't like biscuits generally. Like, I sometimes I eat them, but for the most part, I just realized how that would be weird. I don't like the biscuits that are made by company, like the fried chicken places. I like homemade biscuits, but we don't make them very often. What you do is you make the little biscuits and then you get some jam. I like the biscuits that's already like buttery. My mom puts butter on them. I'm like, for what? They got butter. You know, fast food biscuits just generally aren't good. Like, they're not that great. Like, sometimes I eat them if they seem to be on the warm side, you know. But, yeah. Yep, my mixtape dropping with Dean. Summer 2020 Infinity. Yeah, the layered ones where you can like peel them away. Delicious. If I ever see her soft ass face, I would show you. Maybe makeup for women of color. Melanin makeup. I follow like a bunch of like black makeup thingies on melanin makeup. Was she on melanin makeup? Her face just looks so soft. Where is she? Here she is. Look how soft her face look. Actually, we kind of look similar. Like she looked like my daddy family. Look how soft her face look. Hey, remix. No way. I always been down, but you still asleep. Even though I said it, now you should have been peace. I feel it in my soul, yeah, so deep, so deep. Just turn down your avenue. Okay, remix. That's one of her best songs, by the way. I am excited, though. I do have one song that the lyrics are done. It is in Korean, but I'm still messing around with it. I don't really like the pacing yet, so maybe one day when another attack hits me, I'll just I do. It was funny because I remember one time, like back when my channel first started to get a little bit of traction, my mom was very fascinated by like blogs or whatever, and I think it was Lipstick Alley or something. I don't like. She went on there and they were like, "Yeah, she has such little teeth." I'm like, "That's it? Thank you. That's that's the insult you found." Okay, I appreciate it. Subscribe. Complain about my teeth forever. Like, it's cool. Like you can find worse. Like oh, okay. Thing about a J Park Kenny collab is that, again, I would have to acknowledge all the crap I've said about him. But the thing is about him, it's like, I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I don't know how to put it. It's just like, oh. Never knew. Say it to his face. But then it's like awkward because we're in like a work environment. I won't bring it up until he do. I'll just be like, oh, okay. It's like, so I heard you talking shit. I was. I'm so happy you brought it up, dude. I've been trying to talk like for a hot minute so we can establish this. You are like a full foot shorter than me, but you have so much mouth. Why? Like, why? What is it with short dudes and they're like, they have so much over masculine, like a bunch of like gusto. Oh, by the way, I'm at like a minute. They have all this like extra because they overcompensate and it's so annoying. Like dude. Hello, shout outs to PJ. Just an avenue. Miss you, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure you know Chibi. What? I don't know what I know. Okay. But anyway. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.